guardrail, but I would feel better if I just had somebody come out and look at it too as well. And then maybe give me an idea where, if we do work, where I wanna put my uprights for my guardrail, so.
I have a question.
Yes.
Was that a hit and run? Do we?
Yeah, I have nothing right now.
Okay, thank you.
One of the things I was gonna do, I was gonna get with Robin and see if we can look at our camera in front and see if we can see anybody, cause it looks like to me they hit it head on, and then somebody had to pull them back because there was a lot of oil on the ground. And so, I mean, I just can't imagine that somebody could do that and don't see anything.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so, thank you, Paul.
that's it. Thank you.
Any other department reports? Almost forgot you were chair.
What's that?
So almost forgot you again.
I'm used to it now. All right, well, good evening again. So, since we're in the second meeting of June, this is the report for May, so we're going back a little ways here. Incident-wise, a little slower in the city, which is always a good thing. 9 city incidents in the month of May, 28 in the county for a total of 37. So the station was a little bit busier than normal, but the county was more busy this go around. I think, if I remember correctly, typically the city is just a little bit busier than the county responses, but it was different for the month of May. They did respond to a couple of structure fires in Grizzly. One was an HVAC unit that burned out on top of Taco Bell, and then they had a residential structure fire down there too. We attended some training this year, or in the month of May. We have what we call the Loafer Creek Drill, which is a readiness exercise for the entire county for CAL FIRE, Butte County Fire, and all of our local agencies that we represent, like the city of Biggs. And so it's a 2-day event in Loafer Creek and the community around there, where we go in and we have a large wildland fire scenario. And so half of the unit and some of our other neighboring agencies go on day 1, and then the other half go on day 2. So it's a pretty significant event, and it's filled with usually about a half a dozen different stations where we learn specific things in the morning. We're going over specific things in the morning, and then that afternoon they have a full-blown wildland fire drill. So they did that. They also attended a multi-company drill. So multi-company drills were multiple engine companies from around the county get together out at our Openshaw training grounds, which is the tower out there on Highway 149 that you see up on the hill there. And they went over residential and commercial structure fires. And so they just run scenarios for about 4 or 5 hours. So another really good training session that we've been doing and that they got to participate in. Let's see, we did a walkthrough of SunWest and updated the free plan. So myself and many the Biggs, Ridgeville, and Grizzly folks all got to go over there and walk through the mill and get oriented to the building and update our fire crew plan, which is what we use as chief officers to assist us with knowing where the fire is at, knowing where the hazards are, and things of that nature. Well, if we have a fire there. Engine 73 also participated in Residence Winners Day. Helped organize it a bit. Captain Downey, coming from Grizzly, had some experience in that, and they need a little bit of be helped out with that. And the career staff between the city of Biggs and the city of Grizzly won the waterfall fight, so we're pretty happy about that, having an event in the battalion and coming away with a trophy. Yeah, the other thing, the last thing I just want to say is that, we had the opportunity to have the city lunch that Mr. Wagner helped put together down at the station. And it was a very nice event to not only see Cliff again, but to meet a couple of the council members. Well, I know you, but for the fire station and public works to get together and just have a meal and talk, and I appreciated that. It was good to see you guys. And Cliff, it's been great working with you. So,
Likewise.
in the report.
Thank you. Any questions?
I do have a question. I don't know if this is possible, but for some of the old hoses that you have, can you provide like, pieces of those for the community, for their chains when they pull, like, their trailers and stuff, so that they don't spark fires? We got some from Brownsville Fire Department, last year, and I thought, man, this is a great idea. We put them on our trailer, you know, on the chains and that, so that it doesn't spark any fires. But if you have any old ones, is that something you could do to provide our community with?
Let me double check on that. and
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
Okay. Let's see what else. How many, for the city of Biggs, how many incidents did you say? I heard that there was like 2.
There are nine total incidents in the city of Biggs for the month of May.
9, okay, thank you.
Yeah. I think typically it's around 15 or 16, somewhere in
Okay.
that.
And 37 in the county then?
It was, 28 in the county for a total of 37.
Okay, sorry, I missed that. Any other questions?
If my memory serves me right, in years past now, if our engine goes out to another district to back up, because the fire people are sent off down in Southern California and all, do we get a payment, like a rent for that car, or that engine be out of our district?
Currently, no, because the current engine is owned by Butte County Fire Department. They purchased the current engine.
I thought we purchased that, I thought we purchased.
There was an engine purchased in the late 90s, I believe it was 1999. I don't have the dates memorized in front of me, but I believe that engine was in service from 1999 until 2005-ish, somewhere in there. So,
I thought I remember us purchasing one when I was on city council.
I did too.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but we don't remember.
I guess no.
yeah, I did some research on the history of the fire engines here, and that was the last one that was purchased by the city.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay, thank you. Any council committee reports?
Hey Bo, this is Dave, if you'd like
Oh.
a quick engineering update. Sorry, I
Yeah,
couldn't be
Dave.
in person tonight.
I did not see your, name up there, sorry, go ahead, thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to give an update on Second Street. Our contractor has been on hold, for the PG&E utility locations. That has been completed. Sorry, I'm getting a little feedback. Try to talk slowly. We are scheduled to start work the week of the 7th. On some good news, I think the VTAC has found some additional money that they need to spend and has asked me to see what charges we can find dating back, to July of 2022 is as far as I can go back as far for invoices. So retroactively billing against the REAP 2.0 grant. So I think we're gonna be able to find about $100,000 that we're gonna be able to recover that Biggs has spent in the last 3 years. So some good news. I just had that yesterday.
Great.
That's our update. I don't really have anything else at this time.
Dave, could you clarify that? Did you say $100,000 to be refunded?
Yeah, so it's money that was already spent on engineering and right away, things that the city was going to have as like a match fund to the state and federal funding, but it's being covered by VTAC through this REAP 2.0 grant. We've gotten about I want to say it was 158,000. And so we've already done, one reimbursement to about 70, actually I take that back, it was probably 138,000. Anyway, I can get you direct numbers when I report next time. But there's an additional $100,000 that will be, recoverable.
So a total of $200,000. is there, on the grant, is there, a deadline that we can maybe figure out what we can do with that $200,000?
It's money that the city's already spent, so we're just going back and actually, so as your city engineer, we've been managing the project, but that money is not reimbursable through Caltrans, through the state and federal funding, because we're your city engineer. You would have to go out to RFP, and we've done this in the past with some of the other grant funds. The REAP 2.0 funds don't have that same limitation, and because they're retroactive, we were able to sell this project as encouraging infill development, and basically we're going back and all of those charges that were spent on design engineering, right-of-way, survey, those kind of things are eligible, and so we're just recovering money that the city's already spent. So once that's back in your coffers, then it's up to you guys to figure out how to spend it.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Dave? No. Okay, thank you, Dave. See you next month.
See you Monday.
City administrator reports?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, council members, and members of the public, I have, been spending this last week on a couple of projects as was discussed here. My tenure here culminates on Monday. We are scheduled for a special meeting, for budget adoption. June 30th is the start date for that.